All right. Let's see if I can get rid of this, get rid of that. I want to know if those oatmeal cookies are ready. I need me some oatmeal cookies. Oh, thank you, Mary. Yeah, I wasn't going to come on. Sissy asked me, and then RH said he'd come up and talk. I'm curious why the Elon waited till after midterms to buy Twitter, and it seemed kind of suspicious. I actually watched something that David N sent me today. It was a live. Cream cakes all night. Well, I'll have a cream cake too. I'll bet those are good. Hi, Lori, Sissy, Nurse Julie. Anybody I forgot? Anyway, but I thought it was suspicious after watching this video. You know, he could have. I think he just catered to both sides. I think he's playing the middle. I don't know. But I thought that was kind of suspicious. After watching that video or watching that live, I was pretty impressed with their content. By the way, Pappy Two Bears in the house. Let's see. We'll drop this link down there. RH, I don't know if RH is here yet or not. Pappy, you're always welcome. Anybody's welcome to grab the link if they want to. I've been standing on a ladder all day and my legs are about to kill me. I soaked in a hot bath this evening to try to get it to. The angle that I had to put the ladder at was not cool. So when I was standing on the ladder, I'd have my knees to hold myself up. And it put me in quite a strain. But anyway, we made some great headway since I've been here with stuff to fix a leak and move chair out, and then I'll be done. If we get done early in the morning, I'll go ahead and do a live and show the progress we've made and the damage that we still have left. So did the cabal sell Elon Twitter? Sounds like if he was white hat, that would be suicided for the. Well, I don't really know, Knight Rider. This was my take because we lost RH already. Anyway, there he is. If you go back and look at the government subsidies that he gets for making these electric cars, he's feeding off of the government too. So it's kind of suspicious. I think he's probably a decent guy, but he's playing the system. I mean, that's what billionaires do. What's up, RH? How are you today? No volume. I'm with you. I don't know. I think that the mess is. I think the mess is so bad that we're never going to know the truth. Just my opinion. Now we can see you flying your flag now. Your signal's good. Now we can hear you. Nope. Now I lost you. Sadie's back there having a fit.
Hey, what's up?
There you are. Now we can hear you. Mike, what do you know today?
I guess I got some spokespeople out there talking on my behalf. I don't remember signing that waiver or whatever. But anyways, this is what I tell everybody. You want to hear something, you hear something about somebody, just go to that somebody and talk to them directly so you won't hear all this bullshit, We know that what's been going on these social media platforms. I mean, these people think we're a bunch of morons. Yep. We're expecting certain things to happen. In a lot of these states, including Florida, was expecting more of this stuff to happen, and they set up already measures to counter it.
Right.
You don't have to do anything other than get the screenshots, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get the date timestamps, whatever, and you provide the information to your attorney general.
Right. in Florida,
Ain't no
unique.
bear. Ain't listen to this. This guy ain't no homo. Okay, let me get this straight right away. Ain't no bear humping me, David.
I don't think he meant it that way. But what he meant
Yeah,
was, is
well,
you fought back, and they come back and said, okay, now you're suspended for an indefinite amount of time.
no,
Right?
I didn't fight back at all with them directly. I just basically, when you make a comment, when you kind of like contest their strike or whatever.
Well, and you made it clear to them that you were that they were suppressing your free speech, and according to the Florida Constitution, they didn't have the right to do that. Correct?
No, you can't put that much in your rebuttal. You can only put like 3 lines.
Mm.
Only thing I said to them was that they don't support a free press or free and fair elections. And just a few seconds after I did that, they gave me the strike and took my
Okay.
content down.
Well, then I misrepresented you just a little bit, because I was
No,
thinking
you did misrepresent it from what I told you. It's just, you didn't get the whole story,
I got you.
I mean, you got bits
that's
and pieces of the story, but that's fine. It doesn't matter to me.
right. But
It's like a
hey,
house of cards. They're about to fall too, just like Twitter. I don't know what I could say on your channel, what I can say. I mean, what I can't say, but just think of it this way: all these little morons running around out there, you know, thinking they're smarter than even God Himself. They're gonna have their day. They're gonna have their day, and it's coming. I'm telling you. Look what's going on with Twitter. There's people out there with a lot of money that's sick of this stuff. They're sick of it, and they're not going to stand for it anymore. There's going to be lawsuits going around out there that's going to take these people down, and it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt them where it hurts the most. Their
well,
pocketbook, and their wallet.
see, that's another thing that I've been wondering for quite some time. Okay, so a lot of these billionaires, are they all just money hungry people, or do they want to see the country do okay? Where are the good billionaires at? I know there's plenty of bad ones, but where's the good ones at? When are they going to start pushing back against this stuff?
Yeah, well, I don't
We're just
know.
not seeing it. We're just not seeing it. And I know the attacks on Elon, and I think it's directed in the same direction as what they're trying to do to DeSantis. They want to split the movement. They're scared of the movement. They're not scared of anything else but the movement. That's why they're calling us domestic terrorists and bullshit. Actually, was in my chat this evening, and Denise in Pennsylvania needs somebody to come up and do a live stream in one of their school board meetings, and I volunteered to do that. So she's going to reach out to Mike. Mike said he would kind of help me set some stuff up, and I think we're going to try to do that. It'll probably be after the first of the year. I don't really know, but
Well, just look at it this way. Remember, there's 3-letter agencies out there. They paid for Igor Tichenko's stuff. Okay, they paid for. They tried to pay for, from my understanding, Christopher Steele tried to pay him $1 million, basically the tout, to be part of that broader conspiracy.
well,
You know what I mean?
They did give him
So
$1 million. They offered him $1 million to find the dirt, and he didn't find it. Right?
no, he didn't accept it, from what I understand. But the Danchenko accepted, from what I understand, $200,000. So, anyways, you notice how they let him go, right?
Yep.
If you put a bird in the cage, can you hear him sing? I mean, if you lock him up and you put him in a soundproof room, are you gonna hear him sing?
Oh no, not a proof room. They're not. But
if you throw him in solitary confinement or something like that, you're gonna hear him sing. Think about it. A bird that feels like it's free, they're just gonna sing their heart out, right?
Right.
And these people aren't very bright. They're not very bright. They keep on. They think they got one over on you or whatever, or they can control you, ain't nothing, you know, whatever. I just, I think it's all humorous in a way because these people don't really know what's coming for them, you know, and it's going to be, I don't even want to see it. I don't even want to talk about it, be honest with you. I don't, because they've been getting away with these crimes for too long, you know, paying these people to conduct sick stuff like this, you know, and you catch them in the act and then they don't know when to stop. You know,
Right.
they don't know when to stop. You know, they could have gotten all their ill-gotten gains and just rode off in the sunset. I mean, look at HRC, for example. Look all the money that went through that whatever so-called foundation, and look at all the rest of them. You know, Barack Obama's got what, 2 foundations, I believe it is. Nobody ever talks about him. They're scared to talk about him. I don't know why everybody's so damn scared to talk about the guy for. You know, I mean, it's just like I said, these people aren't very bright. And there's another thing, far as Twitter goes, which is kind of
Apparently
concerns
they
me.
are. They're the ones with all the money.
Well, the ones that have the money that aren't, you know, I mean, they're good people. They're not, you know, I mean, they hate seeing what's going on right now. They bide their time. They're smart. They don't go out there and just throw their money around. You know, uh, they pick their fights, they pick their battles, and whenever they're ready to fight, believe me, they're ready.
Right.
I'm not talking about lawlessness or any of that stupid stuff that they're all involved in. You know, look, they just had over, what was it, 1,000 people cross over our border last night. Do these people seriously believe there's not going to be any repercussions for what they're doing to our country? They seriously believe that?
Well, that's what I'm afraid of. I mean, we're asking a corrupt system to fix a corrupt system. So I don't in. I mean, I
No,
don't.
we're not asking a corrupt system to do anything. We're
But
not
that's.
asking them to do anything.
But
You
it's going
know,
to wind up. It's going to wind up in Congress. There's no way around it, is there?
uh, Congress isn't really calling the shots now.
So who is?
They're not calling the shots. I've been saying this before. I've been saying this quite often. All 3 branches of our government are incapacitated. They're incapacitated due to the fact that a lot of them are criminally corrupt. They've been caught. This is, you know, this isn't BS or whatever. It's not, everybody can see it. I mean, you think about it. You think just what happened, what we know just from that one little laptop. And we're not even talking about Anthony Weiner's laptop. We're not talking about any of those other laptops.
There's a whole
Believe
bunch of
me.
them.
Yeah. The thing of it is I like to talk about something in particular that they don't realize. These big, huge servers, for example, like the servers that run Twitter, they have archives, they have backups, you can go back to an event or whatever, a time, and basically replay everything. So whenever they say they deleted the emails, no, that's, you know what I mean. They believe on their end they deleted the email, but it's just like for example, NORAD. NORAD has an incident, whatever, they have backups, right? So anything happens, because they have to. I think by law they have to have backups, because there's some nasty people on these social media sites that are coordinating certain things going on in the world that's caused harm to a lot of people. So by law, they have to back these social media sites up, because um, whenever it's time to expose it, all they got to do is just basically rewind the tape and play it back. They have all the information. You know, they can even go out there and have a VPN or whatever or any of that stuff. That's not going to help them. They're caught. We keep saying they're caught. They're caught, Travis. Believe me, they're caught. All the collusion with the former, what's it, 44's administration and this current so-called administration, it's just nothing but the same old 44 administration on steroids. They're all caught. And
who are we going to prosecute them?
Do what now?
Who will we get to prosecute them?
Well, I'm not gonna who I believe is gonna prosecute them. Okay, again, look at that border. You know, that's a staged or planned event, right? You know, when people set up events like that, you know, they're being monitored. You know, these people aren't very smart. I keep telling you, Travis, they're not as smart as they make themselves out to be. And there's going to be a reckoning. There is going to be a reckoning. If there isn't, then I don't know. This wouldn't be the best country to be living in, because it's like a snake. You get a snake up in a corner. They're gonna try to, you know, strike. And these people, I'm telling you, these are some of the most evilest people in the world. And whatever you can imagine them doing as far as being evil-wise goes. Say again?
Yeah. Evil's rearing its head now.
Yeah, they're exposing
right now.
Right. They're exposing themselves. And what happened to me as far as taking down my channel, whatever, it's just for 7 days. You know, I expected that. We talked about this.
I thought you got an email that said until further notice.
No, it was, I looked at the most current email. They said basically 7 days. They just gave me the right act. The first one's a freebie, right? Second one is 7 days.
Yeah,
so
normally your first one is a freebie. Have you got two already?
Yes.
That was only the first one you had, isn't it?
They took down two. They took down two. And see, they just wanted me to suck it up, right? And just accept it, whatever they did to me. No, I don't accept anything they're doing right now to law-abiding, you know, people that are just talking about what they see with their own eyes. For example, I don't want to talk about. We talked about one individual today on the phone. They reached back with me and gave me the status where that's at now, and it's supposed to be coming up next month, right?
Right.
So on an anniversary date that we know about.
Yeah, Mike's going to have the guys on tomorrow on his show.
Yeah. Well, you know, we're talking about the brothers, you know, that
one of the brothers is going to be on my show tomorrow night at 8 o'clock.
I don't expect that to go anywhere, though. To be honest with you, well, I don't expect it to go anywhere.
I don't either, but
not that I'm being disrespectful to what they're trying to do. You know, my hat's off to them. Heck, you know, I'd even support them.
I didn't think they were here.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna play some. Well, why do you think they picked that date then for? Send a signal to the unselect, whatever. Okay, we got this. They're gonna make some stupid spectacle out of that. You know, I don't know. I really don't know. I know one thing: if the individuals that they don't take charge, and you know they don't uh, start holding people accountable that haven't been upholding their oath of office. Uh, they've actually, uh,
That's
they
mixed of them.
they keep saying they hide behind this fact that they're private companies, right? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. You know what I mean? You if you start up a company, right, and you get foreign aid from or foreign help from another country, an adversarial type country, and then you have their people actually working in your company, right, going out there and attacking people because of their beliefs.
Right.
Um, and you have even rogue type administrations, officials coming into your company, and you sit there and you collaborate with them, right? Okay, and you outsource a lot of your activities offshore or whatever in other countries where there's no oversight. You know, all that stuff is still being monitored and it's still being recorded. You know, so we'll see what happens. Right now, I don't know. It looks like it could go either way. So I don't
Well,
know.
like I said,
I,
I'm surprised that it made it as far as it did, and they did agree to hear it. Um, that's a big deal right there.
that's just, in my opinion, that's just appearances. You know what I mean? They're just appearing like they're trying to do the right thing and their objective,
Well, and
whatever they're going to look it up.
that's kind of what Rhino says about it too. He says that as soon as January gets here, it's just going to be dropped like a hot rock.
Yeah. Well, you see what happens with Arizona and what's going on with that, and I thought the guard was supposed to be monitoring stuff. Remember
Yeah,
what happened to that? A big dog and pony show.
another dog and pony show.
Well, I have to remind people of one thing, and it's just something to think about. Uh, Remember that admiral that went broke his chain of command, and he informed our president what was going on. The guy was NSA director.
Mm.
You don't realize where all that data goes that we were talking about earlier. When Trump says he has it all, they have it all, but there's a problem with that.
Got to get somebody to hear it.
Right. And if they obstructed that investigation, see, whatever these people believe they got control over, justice in the United States of America doesn't work the way they think it works. They're sadly mistaken because, first of all, they're operating outside the box of being far as lawful goes. I mean, they're actually attacking people. They're setting certain events up. They're setting up interstate riots. They got caught on that too.
Right.
I don't know how much more evidence needs to be compiled before the one section of of what we think is going to happen and be in charge of this when it goes down before they start to move. I don't know. There's so much information out there now that it's kind of like, low hanging fruit. You're picking it everywhere. I mean, Twitter's really, what we heard from Twitter is not even really at the tip of the iceberg. That's like superficial stuff. You know what I mean? It's just like he said, she said, you know what I mean? We're talking about a broader conspiracy before 45 ever got in office. They set it up. And they're working with foreign countries on top of that. You know, we got the travels. We got you remember how they were monitoring everything that Trump was saying and doing basically in the White House? And they were, that works two ways, right? Both ways. It doesn't just work with Trump. Whenever 44 traveled to, I kept bringing this up a lot of times in the past. When he traveled to places like Novo or Garryova to meet with Putin. When Medvedev was the actual president, that was the date on that was July 7th, 2009. Okay. When he goes over to meet with CCP president right before he left office, and then he travels back over there again. Let me ask you this question. Did President Trump authorize that trip that Obama made to talk to Z?
No.
When he traveled in the end of November of 2017, over 10 months after Trump entered office? Did Trump approve that travel?
No, I'm sure he didn't.
Okay. Now, remember when Biden went over to Ukraine and he was over there bragging, or he talking about firing that prosecutor looking in? Who authorized that trip?
Nobody that I know of.
Barack Obama did. Is that picture starting to get a little bit clearer now?
Yeah.
You think, oh, call him up. Call him up. Why did he say that? Go ahead, call him up. If you don't fire him before I leave, basically you're not getting $1 billion. That's why he told him, call him up, because he's the one that told him to do it.
Yeah.
They can't put, some of these things together are kind of like really, really easy to put together.
Well, yeah.
Obama was calling all the shots, right? And basically those shots were all coordinated with his intelligence community. You know what I mean? They work together.
Right.
You think about, you go back and you follow the money trail. It wasn't even, I think, a week into office back in, I think it was the end of January or February, that Obama authorized over $150 million in contracts to John Brennan's corporation that he founded. It went from like 30 million a year, like an average 30 million a year, up to 150 million as soon as Barack Obama got in office. And you see these people, they'll come at you like, okay, well, you don't know shit. You're in over your head, and start playing these stupid games. And, they just reveal themselves for who they are. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. And you think people like, I don't even like to use Mike Rogers' name, But you think people, like individuals like that, you think they're going to sit around on their butt and watch them destroy our country? I'll tell you, at my level, I'm not even, I'm not even anywhere near up at like a level like Mike Rogers.
Right.
I mean, the guy was an NSA director. You think that guy doesn't know what the hell's going on?
Oh, absolutely. I think I'm with Tanya right there. I believe that to be true.
And even Devin Nunes, a lot of people discount him. He doesn't say a lot of stuff. I'll tell you what, he knows quite a bit.
I like Devin Nunes.
Yeah. No, now, say you're actually in a really high up position, like, say, for example, the military. We'll just use the military as an example. Like one of the highest clearances you can have. You know, stuff on par with the president of the United States, right? And do you think, for example, you got a guy like Adam Schiff? Do you think you would share intelligence with Adam Schiff, knowing that he's a prolific liar? You know, there's something unstable about him. He's debased, whatever. Do you think you would share that top level, like compartmental classification, kind of like anything with him? Or would you share it with somebody like Devin Nunes? Who would you, if you had the choice? It doesn't matter what side of the aisle a person's on. If you had the choice, would you share it to Hillary Clinton? Let's see. Would you share it to Trump if you had a chance to talk to him about what he can and he cannot say, right? This is where I think we're at. I think people gave Trump the riot act, told him what he can and he can't say, just to keep him out of trouble, right? And they're the ones that's going to call the shots when this all goes down. I'm telling you, Travis, it looks like it's all going to go down for them. I mean, Twitter's just a game right now. Think about it.
Well, but you know that, and that was kind of what my opening was. Is okay. Why did he? What you know? Did he put it off till after midterms, or did they put it off till after midterms? Because when he first decided to buy Twitter, they threw a huge fit. And then he said, "Oh, there's too many bots. Y'all can just kiss off. I'm done with that." So did he just appease to both sides? Because if he'd have dumped any of this stuff before midterms, I think the midterms would have definitely been different. And I don't believe that the midterms were legit in the first place. I'll probably get taken down for that, but I don't care.
Yeah, well, I don't want to see it get taken down. I knew it was going to happen to me anyways, because I was out there, I mean, using all the trigger words. I wasn't actually going out there and attacking people, though.
Right.
But I wasn't doing that. But
saying the wrong thing gets you in trouble over here. So I'm waiting on Elon to.
Well, it's not actually not even saying the wrong thing. It's just saying what everybody else is out there saying. They just don't want you to say it because you're affiliated with another political, type of crowd, whatever. So you're conservative. You're not. If you're on the far left, hell, they could say pretty much anything they want to say. We've seen that happen even in our own community. Look at all the crap they've gotten away with. I don't understand, but anyways, that's fine. See, they use those people when they're done with them. They'll spit them out too. They don't really, you know what I mean? They might think they're important for a few days, but they don't need them. They don't need them. Just I don't know. I'm just hoping this is all gonna get wrapped up pretty soon here. And
Yeah, I'm with you there. I'd really like to see something happen in our favor, and I don't want it to be another BS. Oh, look, we fixed this, and then go right back to business as usual. That's what I'm afraid of. I think that once the Republicans get a win, they're gonna taunt. Oh, look what we did, and most of those guys are just as bad as the other guys, in my opinion.
well, you think about this. They got control, I think, of all the media. They got control of big tech. They got control of um these social media platforms. So
Right.
um
And they proved
I
that they
just
come in there and took over those social media or platforms as well. I out and said it.
well, remember there was did you see that last drop about how they were deciding to take Trump down? Did you show they showed a couple of tweets that he made? Did you notice anything as far as military comm in those tweets that they took down?
No, I haven't seen most of it yet.
Um, so they took them down before anybody was really even talking about this stuff, right? I mean, those tweets. They used them. They used them for their day in January committee, right? Um, and they're just they're so damn stupid to real uh that they don't even realize that they're the ones they've been being monitored all this time. They just gave them enough rope. You know what I mean? They gave them enough
Right.
rope, and it they basically they took it. They took it as far as they can go. So it's it's uh it's gonna be a slaughter, man. I mean, not like a slaughter, like a war type thing or lawlessness or violence. I'm talking about constitutional wise goes, they're gonna get slaughtered. You know what I mean? The right way. I mean,
Right.
it's first of all, you already have a fact that that invisible enemy came from outside of our country. So they've already they already recognize that. There's individuals like Tom Cotton actually exposed that and exposed a lot of other things that people don't even talk about anymore. They don't talk about that lockdown over there. There's
Right.
lockdown in October of 2019 that a lot of people don't want to talk about. They got the data. Remember Greg Phillips, how they used that data to put together that one video? They're talking about calling it donkey or something, hoofs or whatever. Well, I won't go into that, but data, that kind of data, if they're watching you, they got everything on you. I mean, they got everything on you. Hell, you know yourself, you can't really talk in your own home anymore, and they can pick up everything you're saying,
Right.
and it goes somewhere, and it's being stored, right? It's being stored. It A lot of people think, okay, well, Russia Russia supported Trump and helped get him elected, right? Russia don't have anything on Trump. Russia doesn't have anything on Trump. China didn't have anything on Trump. Now, who would you rather put in power? If you're talking about if Russia decided and China decided, just those two countries, right? Foreign countries. Do you think you would put in Trump if he's gonna basically actually hurt you economically in ways that these people in DC have no idea how you can actually hurt them far as economically if they don't start to shape up? Trump was doing a number on Russia. You seriously think the Russians wanted Trump to be president of the United States? You seriously think China wanted him? Remember, he wanted all fair trade deals. Do you think this DC, let's call them deep state, right? Some people call them deep state. Do you think that DC wanted their good old boy system, what they've been used to doing with Russia and China all these years, as far as all that money, working together in certain operations, that they're going to bring an outsider in that's going to clean everything up? He told everybody right from the very beginning what he was going to do. He told everybody on inauguration what he was going to do. He told everybody what he was going to do during his campaign.
Yep.
And I saw comments from China that was pretty, they were borderline like warlike posture type comments about Trump before he ever got in office. And remember, it's not just Putin that talks over there in Russia. You got all those hardliner militaries he's got to keep happy too, right? I'm going to tell you one thing right now. Russia and China both, and definitely Iran, didn't want Donald Trump anywhere near the White House.
No. Well, none of them attacked him till after he announced he was going to run.
Right. And we'll go back to that phone call to kind of like back it up what I'm saying. You go back to that phone call that Kislyak, the Russian ambassador, basically to the U.S. He called Michael Flynn, General Flynn, on vacation while he was on vacation in the Dominican Republic. Now, Kislyak can't go to the damn bathroom without Putin telling him he can or he can't go. Right? So who told Kislyak to call up Michael Flynn and tell him what to ask Flynn, or try to get what a conversation going, right? Who told Kislyak to call Flynn? You know, do you understand how all that connects together?
Sure.
Putin's want to direct Kislyak. Basically, now, why would Putin call Kislyak and ask Flynn certain questions, right? Try to get him set up. Well, you got Obama there in the White House, and his go-to guy in dirt. They just basically can connect with Putin anytime they want to. They can clear out that freaking communications room, whatever, that they talk directly with Russia. Basically, it's by law that every hour they have to do checks both ways in Moscow and Washington D.C. Obama and Putin's what set that up to get rid of Flynn. Obama and Putin, they set that up. Just like when Obama went over there on January 7th of 2017, like comrades, right? They set up that movement of that U1, remember?
Yeah.
They set up that movement, that shipment, that transaction. You know, these people, I don't know. I don't know how much more it's going to take. Well, that 1,000 people They estimated it was 1,000 people crossed over illegally into our country. I think it was just last night. The videos, they have the videos, they have all the evidence. And it's going to be, they're going to have to deploy that. You've heard Monkey Work saying that they've deployed the guard around in all these different states. I'm sure they're being monitored. You know what I mean? And the first time that they activate those sleeper cells, I'm going to expect there's going to be some high up people that you wouldn't probably even think of that are going to be arrested. Because, kind of like talking around about this stuff, but that's what I'm thinking is happening. It's going to happen.
I sure hope you're right.
Do I know for 100% it's going to happen? No, I don't. I don't know how extensive this corruption goes, how extensive it goes, but I can't see people like that admiral I was talking about earlier. There's a lot of those individuals just like him, right? I can't see individuals like that just sitting down and continue to watch this country be destroyed. And one thing that bothers me right now, I know that they're pushing towards a war with Russia. They didn't have the support back in 2015, or they'd have done it then. They would have indefinitely, Obama would have indefinitely postponed the elections. That's what they would have done. They would have implement martial law, and they would have postponed the elections. But I guess he didn't have enough support. So now that they got all three branches of government under control, right? They think now's the time to start that war with Russia that they've always wanted to have. And this is it's not borderlining insanity. It is insanity. Say if you even say, for example, if we had like the best weapons out there in the entire world, right? It only takes one of those ICBMs to get through. It could kill millions of people. Are they gonna risk that? Are they gonna sacrifice all those people? That's the way these people think. They think that they can just wipe out Russia. They can just wipe them out. They're nothing, right? But all it takes is one of them. Like I said, ICBMs or heck, that Poseidon or whatever to get through. There's going to be a lot of people that die. A lot of people. And who's going to turn it off then? Right? Who's going to turn it off? This is where they're pushing us to. So they're backed into a corner. They need a big diversion, right? They think that big diversion is going to keep them out of trouble. Well, they need to shut down their comms. What they're going to have to do, they're going to have to shut down all their comms. I'm talking about the black hats.
They're trying to create a diversion, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's going to kill millions if they get away with it. So,
yeah.
If they start another war, how many wars can we say that have really been justified in our lifetime?
Yeah, well, they're trying to take away Iran, not Iran's nuke. So I'm pretty sure they have probably about 10 nuclear warheads or whatever. I'm sure they already have them. I mean, you think about it, they're allies with North Korea, they're allies with Russia, they're allies with China. And we think that Iran has no nuclear weapons at all. I mean, I live in a world where I see things the way they are, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. I think they have about 10 nuclear weapons, I think they've already transported them to Iran. I think they got them on their own. They got their own weapons development programs going on there. Because remember, Iran controls all the inspections. They allow the inspectors to go in where they want the inspectors to go in. And a lot of those weapons they can basically move like a shell game. You know what I mean? They can fly them out of there, fly them into in Russian territory, whatever. There's kind of flights going back and forth like that all the time. So, I I don't know. I hope something happens really quick because they're gonna destroy our whole economy because they've already depleted so much of our resources. I mean, trying to keep two major fronts ongoing and prepared, that takes a lot of money. And then all the money they're just throwing into Ukraine, which is ridiculous. Why isn't there anybody from our side asking, just ask Russia, what do they want? Why are they doing this? What is their perceived threat? Instead of keeping us teeter-tottering on the brink of a nuclear war. It doesn't make sense. You got smart generals out there. You think that Russia's scared of their hardline stance that we're going to nuke you or whatever, or we're talking about a preemptive nuclear strike? Do you think that they're going to budge as far as what they believe in? And they're just going to run with their tails between their legs? I don't think so. I don't think so. But I don't know. I don't see their people standing up against their government, because if they do, they get cracked down really hard. In a lot of cases, worse than China. You start acting up in Russia, man. They come in with those billy sticks and they beat you nearly to death, throw your ass in a damn paddy wagon, take you off in one of those gulags somewhere. You'll never be seen again. You know what I mean? It's maybe the same or comparable to China, or worse. I think it's worse in my opinion. But I don't think these top level people like the admiral, I don't believe they're just going to sit around and just watch this happen to our country. They still have connections, They still have connections. Oh, they still talk to people, I'm sure, that are actually active. But I go back to Flynn. People can't see. Yeah, it was a setup. They set him up, right? They set him up. They set up the trap, just like they're doing for Trump again, by taking all those documents out. We already know what they're up to because they've already done it before. That's their like MO. But the thing with Flynn really bothers me, because Flynn was going to straighten out a lot of this stuff as far as these wars goes. He's going to stop all these needless wars. Now, he was going to crack down on these terrorist organizations. You better believe it. But maybe that's the reason why Obama and Putin didn't want Flynn to be the NSA director working with Trump, because those groups or those organizations are kind of like mercenaries. You know what I mean? The money, whatever, they're willing to do whatever you ask them to do. And that's what I think happened. I think that Obama basically working with Putin, they got Kislyak to call Flynn in the Dominican Republic when he was on vacation to set him up. The whole thing with Sullivan and everything like that, it was sick. It was sick. So I think Flynn knows a lot of stuff what's going on, and I think I think he's I think he's a good guy. I don't know. I hope he ain't on the other side. At least he talks a good game, right? Uh, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It's getting pretty bad. You know, you have Saudi Arabia basically walking away from us as an ally. They were, like or not, thinking that they're involved in 9/11 and all that stuff. Yeah, I think they cleaned house. I think they cleaned house over there, and they've been a strong ally as far as allowing us to have our Fifth Fleet stationed there. You know, so what are we doing now? Did we remove the Fifth Fleet? I don't know. I have to ask somebody that might is on top of that stuff a little bit more than I am. But you look at some of the comments that the leaders in Europe have made about the United States. Can you rely on Germany anymore? We lost. Turkey actually is a NATO member. How much information does Turkey know that they've already given up to Russia? Because they joined BRICS, I guess, right? Didn't Turkey join BRICS?
I think so.
This is another thing.
Yeah.
Do what now? Your signal's bad?
My signal, yes, it is. Worst in days.
Yeah. When you go through that process, you get that email or whatever from YouTube. You can contest it. I forgot what they call it, but I said you only got like 3 lines to write, and in the Florida Constitution guarantees every Floridian civil and political rights. And I don't think a company as big as like a social media company that has certain, like, was it tax exemption status or something like that, right? I don't believe that.
About a 501c3 or something like that. Talking about a nonprofit.
Oh, I think they're a profit. They're given certain status, right? They're given certain status. I can't remember what that status is. Is it they can't be sued or something because they're just providing a platform? I can't remember. But anyways, they have some type of status, being a social media company. I guess because they provide a free service to the public, but they're still a private company. They work for profit, so they're not a nonprofit organization, from my understanding. So they go out there, they correspond with 3-letter agency types and the White House. 44's White House. Say again?
I just got booted. Everything. My signal trash.
Oh. Well, I don't know. I'm just rambling kind of incoherently. because I'm kind of tired. But I think our country, if they don't stand up and the right people, they don't stand up pretty soon. I think we got a lot of trouble, man. We got a lot of trouble. One thing I could say to everyone is, if you're in the city, try to get out of the city. If you know somebody, your relatives that lives in the country, start stacking up long life food as much as you can. I would say 5 months worth of food and water. Have a place where you can shelter in and try to get through this, because I don't know, man. There's too many people coming into our country that aren't very are aren't really very good people, and they know it. And I just hope that these people in this so-called government that are involved in illegal activities, I hope they're taken down really fast. I mean, the lawful way, right? And their comms are shut down where they can't send out any signals to their terrorist buddies, you know. So I don't know.
Well, that's
I
not
don't
going
know.
to happen.
Well, you don't know. You don't know, David. You don't know, David. You don't
No,
know.
You
How
have
do you?
half the military that is on the takes, RH. The Afghans were brought here for one reason and one reason only, to go after the United States infrastructure. Okay,
Yeah.
my question to anybody is, what are they waiting for? What else do you need to have proved to you, happen to you, or anything else in this country for the U.S. military to get off its ass and what did Brazil's military do? The rank and file told their commanding officers, we shall not follow your freaking orders. They're illegal. We're not doing it to our countrymen. We have seen none of that here. How much more is the American people going to have shoved down any hole that you want to name and take it? And they're still taking it, and they'll take anything that this government throws out and they'll like it. That's how they're going to run. That's how it's going to roll. Because you have three things on the horizon. The 13th is tomorrow. 14067 takes effect. Digital currency. Hi, welcome to the family. Come
Well,
first of the
it's
year,
just a trial.
WHO and IRS
Still gonna,
mandates.
it's still going to take a while to get into effect. It's a trial. Pull it up. It doesn't say that it's going to go straight up.
And far as Iran having nuclear weapons, you can thank the United States and Obama for that one, because that's where they got the material from, and that's why they were so pissed that General Soleimani got taken the fuck out, because he made a week and a half trip every week and a half and took back anywhere from 2 point something, 28 point something to 38 point something of highly enriched uranium, courtesy of a three-letter agency. Hmm. And you're correct. They have approximately 7 to 10. So I don't know why everybody likes to dance around the issue. Well, if Iran had nuclear bombs, we already know they do.
Well, yeah, that's because the that goes back to Bill Clinton.
Well, Barack Obama's the one that started off by giving them Mark 82s that were spent to Syria. That was the start, and then they just continued going on from there.
All right, Lori. There's the executive order right there. But it's a trial. They're not going to implement. They can't implement right away. I mean, they're not going to come in tomorrow and say, "Okay, you got to get all your cash. You're done." It won't work that way.
Well, I thought there was going to be two currencies. I thought there was going to be digital currency and still the people call the fiat currency, the dollar, whatever. I thought they were still going to the dollar. I thought the digital currency was more like where people, when they travel abroad, they don't have to take cash with them. And I think this is another way where they can actually tax you better. So you can't go like send cash over to like they're they're pissed off because a lot of people come in here and work and they take out all the money and they don't have a way to tax that, right?
No,
So
Well,
that's only
so
one of
okay,
it. The biggest thing
well,
that they're
that's part
worried
of it.
about is they can turn it on and off. If you don't believe what they believe, you don't do what they want you to do, they turn your
It'd
money off.
be based on a social credit score. But if I wanted, if David called me and he's in a bind and he says, "Hey, man, can I borrow $1,000?" If I send that money to him, he has to pay taxes on that money, even though he's going to pay that money back. And then when he pays it back to me, I've got to pay taxes on that money again. If you sell a car that you paid $15,000 for $1,000, and you don't have the receipt, they're going to tax you for the $1,000. How's that reasonable?
as far as the digital currency wise goes,
Yeah, digital, with the digital. I mean, it doesn't. They're going to get, any transaction over $600, you've got to report it, no matter what it is. It doesn't matter. It didn't make any difference what it is.
Well, this
yeah,
isn't the America that everybody wants. This isn't the America everybody signed up for, but this is the America we're getting. So my question is, when do you get off your have this plan or whatever this bullshit is? Take effect something. It's been long enough. And just like
Right.
the election cycle's done, the run off of that. So what is anybody doing about that? We're now a week after that election, and nobody's done nothing. Not a thing.
Where do you start? Where do you start?
I'm not in the U.S. military, so I don't know how many people they have on their side or who they don't have on their side. But it's a very simple game to figure out who is what and what's not. But we seem to have no consumption for any of that either. We seem to have no gumption to do anything that go, I hope it'll be a better day.
Got to start with the people, because, like you said, the military doesn't seem like they're going to get involved. But what do we do? Where do we start?
yeah. What happened to Abbott? All that big talk about getting the military to secure his border.
Because
I mean,
most of
and
the
then
people are not following his order to do it. He's been there long before, and they figured, well, Abbott's just a pushover, so why? Let's test him and see how much he got. Obviously, not that much.
Direct that to Charlie Ward, Rhino.
Well, I told somebody to call him and ask him about it. What about the digital currency and everything else? Well, that's just like, did we get 650 plane loads of gold from somewhere, or did we not? That's a simple question. Why can't that question be answered? Is the United States corporation actually bankrupt? Why is that so hard to produce that paperwork? Why can it not be found anywhere? And you really want to go for it, we're starting to get all kind of confirmation that there is no high-profile political or celebrity prisoners in Gitmo. That's all a ruse. They got the Afghans, ISIS, and the drug runners that've been there since 5 years ago. So, wonder where they're sticking them all. Somewhere else, Terra del Fuego or something? I mean, just to the point now, you don't believe absolutely nothing because, okay, I'll give you this. Just like Derek Johnson and company, if what he says is right, then where's a certain person? Why are you hiding in the shadows? Because you're not in command.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to go read. I'm gonna have to go read up some more on this. White Rabbit says, no, you don't. Even if you selling something and use Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, etc., you send the money as a friend and family, no matter what it's for, and then you don't have to report it. Okay, I didn't realize that. I'll definitely look into that. Well, I don't know. I've got it pulled up here. I don't know.
You do have to report it coming the first of the year.
Well, that's what they're saying, that anything over $600 has got to be reported. But what they're saying is, if you're sending it as family and friends, that you don't have to. But Venmo's going to report it anyway, I think.
Yep.
I don't know.
Had a guy on the other day says it doesn't matter who and what the app is. If it's over $600, it must be reported.
Y'all talking about a gift or what?
Well, and I don't know that, and that's what
doesn't matter if it goes to family or friends, if it's over $600, it has to be reported.
Well,
It
we'll dig
doesn't
into
matter
that.
who and what it goes to.
Where does it say that in there, David? I've got it pulled up over here.
They had a guy that was on yesterday. I don't know who he was from. I didn't actually pay that my hard attention to it because
Okay,
I
so
was waiting till the
you haven't
first
read
year
it.
when I knew about it.
Okay, so you didn't read it off of the executive order itself.
No, the guy was, and he says the IRS is coming at every $600 transaction. He said Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, you name it. If it's an app and you're sending it, it don't matter who you're sending the shit to. They're coming after it. I said, okay.
The problem I have with it's reading some of that stuff. My comprehension level is not that great. White Rabbit says that I work for PayPal. I'm telling you, friends and family does not have to report it. Has to be reported. Okay, and I'll do some more research because I've actually got it pulled up. I've had it pulled up several times, and I've tried to read through it, and it's a long son of a bitch. And of course, they want you to be confused by the time you read it anyway.
Well,
IRS is coming.
there
If
should be a
it isn't
world
sent
court
to friend and family.
filing. There should be a world court filing somewhere for the United States corporation bankruptcy. There has to be a court case and a filing somewhere in the world court, The Hague, somewhere. So Charlie Ward said there is one, but you try to research it. It's none to be found. So
Yeah, I
who
don't know.
knows? My question is, what is taking so long? Why are we waiting? If it's such a concern, every day more people in this country die, more kids get whatever, get their organs harvested.
That brings me to the same
Yeah,
time
what
where we
happened?
still, if he strikes
I
the
just got
wrong
a bunch
card,
of questions.
they will wipe us out.
Yeah, I just have a bunch of questions. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm kind of like guessing, you know. Uh, but I just go back in history and seen some of these things that gave me a little bit of hope, like that admiral we were talking about earlier, how he broke the chain of command. And he said, "This ain't right, right?" And he actually went and talked to President Trump, and so now remember they have information they've already put together themselves. You know, I mean, Trump wasn't that inept not to be able to actually put together an investigation and start watching these people. Remember, he said that FISA stuff works both ways, but if if the right people got the FISA warrants, they got it on, they got it under far as it wasn't deceptive. It wasn't based on a fraudulent application. So I don't know. Nunes has said some things. I tell you what, he'll go out there and he'll talk about, like, buying Girl Scout cookies or something like that, and make light of a lot of situations. But he's not he's not stupid. You know, he's not stupid. There's a video out there I shared the other day. I had to put it in chat and let people look at it. I mean, they know exactly what these people have done. You know, um, so I don't know. I don't know, really. Be honest with you, David. If I don't see stuff, if they don't start acting pretty soon, what happened to all those? What happened to all those National Guard people who's supposed to be conducting surveillance, right?
You're, that's
During
that's a beautiful question, RH, and I do the first thing. But here's one too. The one they'll say the question I have too is Ghislaine Maxwell even in a federal prison in Florida? Is she even there? There's a lot of questions because realize how many ties Jeffrey Epstein and all these power players have. A lot of these people, even the mob, even the mob in New York City has ties that are ridiculous. not just here, all over the world. So the question is any of this really happened at all? Are we just being played, played? You can see it on paperwork, but that can all be just a smokescreen to say, oh, look, we have their property impounded. Why hasn't any of their buildings been flattened? Fine. If you want to build homeless places after you flatten it, fine. Knock your socks off. Because I don't think a lot of this that we're being told is actually happened. Because funny how Gazelle was moved from the New York prison where Jeffrey was all the way down to a Florida country club. And I bet you she's not even there. I bet you she's sitting on a nice little island with Jeffrey because Jeffrey's not dead.
Well, that's
For
what
the
I'm
best that
thinking
we
too.
can gather.
You're not going to tell me that one of the top 1% of the world, money wise, is going to get punished for anything or unalived
Well, they
in a
act like the
prison.
people have no money. One family alone has 300 trillion or godzillion dollars. Look at the Windsors. Look at two little princes already that are not even 10 years old. Prince, what the girl is worth 4.8 billion. The little dude, the Prince Louis, I think he is worth 2.9 billion. Billion with a B. And they're not even friend 10. Not even 10.
Did you see the conference that the senators had, far as whenever they gave the evidence, far as stopping that compulsory sting, whatever, in the military? Did y'all see that presentation?
No, I didn't get to see it.
Oh, there was another thing that Grassley talked about. Y'all know for the last 7 years, the DoD has not had a Senate appointed IG, Inspector General, that they just confirmed one. 7 years, these people have been basically running autonomous with no oversight. Those military IGs, they work. You know what I mean? So I don't know. You got an autonomous operations ongoing. Our military is pretty much running their own show. Sounds like the fox has the key to the chicken hen still,
Yep.
and that's not good news. So even if you get a guy in there now that's on the up and up, it's going to take a while for them to find the information, and the information is probably, if there was information, it's probably already destroyed. You know. Then you have to get into something really deep, and you have to weed through all that data through the NSA, and that could take years. You know what I mean? Before they uncover all the stuff that they've been up to, especially since January 20th of 2009. It seemed like they cleaned up pretty good, didn't they?
Who cleaned up pretty good?
Look like the left is shoving a fist up our ass. Is what that's what he's saying.
Well, I mean, okay. Well, the one I don't get is how is it that a third world country they didn't take them but an hour. They took the entire country, the ports, the legislature, the bridges, everything, everything, and they still have it and ain't giving it back.
Which country you talking to now? There's like two countries, I
Well,
think.
we can't say the B word
Oh,
though. We're in a South American country.
Right.
oh, you can't say the B word neither.
No,
You're
What
not
not
about
anymore.
well.
the
Wait,
P word?
the country name is a trigger word for what we're on.
What about the? Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Going all the way back to what 2014, I
Well,
think.
that just
Right.
came out in about the last 3 weeks. You can't say the word Brazil. Whoops, you can't say that word.
Whoops. We'll
Whoops.
be
Oh,
on
you
another
can
show.
say it, but
You
you can't.
can't
You
say
can't
that
connect
word in
it to
another
any.
person
Yeah.
together. That's definite no.
Yeah. You can't
Sorry about
connect it
that.
to anything. You can't just say it, but you can't connect it with anything.
Right.
Right.
What was
Exactly.
that? What was that? Starts with a B, I think, or P. What's the other one? What's the other country that starts with a P? Remember what they've done there?
So, it's got 4 letters. Ends with a U.
Let's see.
Ends with a U.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right.
Yes.
It's got
Da, da,
a,
da, da, da.
it's got a consonant. It got one letter the same as your first. So got a vowel and a consonant. The consonant's the same as your avatar or your
Oh.
previous avatar.
Uh, uh, I just know what letter of the alphabet is. A number of the alphabet is it? It's not 17, that's for sure.
No, it's fucking A B C D E. I don't know what fucking E. The word letter vowel is E.
Eight,
We're gonna
eight,
run out of
18.
alphabetical letters here before long.
I'm still waiting for my pass to go into the presidential pool. I keep missing it. And I'm like, damn, man, the fucking mad man shows up late. You're invited to the pool party at the presidential palace. I was like, God damn, that was 3 days ago.
16.
Yes.
We start saying 16 now instead of 17.
We ought to start saying kick ass, K-A, instead of
Papa.
sit on ass. What are we trying to figure out? What country?
No, the other one. You named it. You already named it. Never mind. I was
Oh.
just messing around.
Uh-oh.
I'm telling you, she's a stinker.
Hopium basher. I don't think everybody's got some hopium right now until we start seeing something really quick happening.
Well, you don't have the Hopium fairy dancing around either. He's not over here.
Oh,
He's been
oh, you
hiding in
talking
a
about
boat. I'm not naming names. I'm just saying the Hopium fairy's been hiding
Travis?
lately.
Travis, you still got him on timeout. Let him off. Let him out of timeout, man. Where's he at?
Oh, Don, I don't know if I still got him in timeout. I'm pretty sure I do. Let me go see if I can. I'll fix it right quick.
I told you it didn't bother me, man. I don't care. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of curious why the heck they got so upset, you know?
No, that ain't the reason he got timed out. It's because he started going person. With you and I and Travis are on the phone talking about shit that don't need to be aired. But then you get in a disagreement, he starts airing that shit out. That ain't right.
Right.
Oh, oh, oh.
That's true. We do need to find news. That sounds like a job for Jeff B. Put some use to that fast. Put some use to that fast car. Yeah.
So there's a big party at the White House now, huh?
I don't see how that is, but who knows?
I don't know.
I don't know either. It's like I don't know. There's just too much bullshit.
Oh, it won't let me in there. I'm gonna have to do it from my phone, I guess.
So now the U.S. Supreme Court allowed some of the stupidest people in the world to view all of Donald Trump's personally, pretty much all his financials and his tax returns going back, what, 6 years?
Well,
You know,
that opens another window too, because I think now that once they start screaming, I want to see Nancy Pelosi's tax papers now.
but Why would the U.S. Supreme Court agree with that?
I don't know.
They've been protected.
See that opens another can of worms because we've been told, oh, there's 8, 9 of them there, and then we've been told there's only one of them there. So which is the correct? We don't know. See, that's the thing that pisses you off about all this shit because
Well,
you don't know if any of the shit is true. That's the worst part. You don't know
I
what's
believe there's
true
9
and what's
there.
not.
They're not there, but they're on the payroll. They're out there like living it up on our dime without having to work, really. You know.
Well, the worst part about this is if we knew a certain thing that would start a domino effect and have shit happen after we took something or did something, it would be great. But since we don't have any of that crap going on, I'm like, where do you? I mean, it ain't like you got something that stands out. Say, hey, if you knock this over, something else will tip over, and something else out of that'll tip over, and da 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 da. We ain't got none of that.
I think
It's
if the
like,
fuse was that easy to find, I think that you would somebody would have done lit it.
I think so too. But I don't know. I think we're going to have to go like the Viet Cong did and start doing the same shit they did to us way back then. If you catch my drift.
Well, I guess if we're watching a movie, I'm gonna have to go get some more popcorn because I'm out.
No, you better go get another hay because this turned to a freaking nightmare.
I want to get beat
Oh,
again. Yeah, maybe not. Well, my signal's doing what Rhino's does, going up and down, up and down, up and down.
Yeah, it's probably because I'm over here. Mine's staying steady though. That's what don't make no sense.
Yeah,
I guess someone's decided to go somewhere else for the show.
no doubt.
Feed him well, Travis. Feed him well. Don't let him come back. Well, see, this don't make no sense either with gas because gas prices here are dropping like a rock. I mean, we're down 243 now. I'm like not complaining, but I'm like, this don't make any sense.
243? Really?
$2.43. We dropped almost 25 cents in 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks, something like that.
Yeah,
Is it because y'all have all those offshore rigs? You know,
I
off.
doubt it because we still, from my understanding, we still have two. One, I mean, one I know of is still offline. The other one, I don't know if they brought it back online or not, but I don't know. I don't think so.
240.
I mean, I have no clue. I don't
What
think
the
so,
heck?
but
That's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's like
it's only
over
a
a dollar
dollar. I
more than
mean,
that.
it's within a dollar of what it was. Well, actually, it's more more or less than a dollar because it was $1.60 way back 2 years ago. So we're not that bad away. We're what 40 to 2 and 80 cents from where it used to be. That ain't bad. You can actually put $10 of gas in your car and go for a day or so. Woo-hoo.
right.
Except unless it's the Ford Explorer, it ain't going fucking far no matter what.
I know before I went in the Air Force, a lot of people going to go work on the rigs, you know, offshore there off the coast of Louisiana.
Well, we
My
had
brother.
two in September. We had two in the end of August that went down for well, let's see, unplanned maintenance, which is almost they normally go off one at a time for that explained maintenance, but they both went offline for unexplained maintenance. So go figure that one out. I don't know. Who knows? Well, I like the one that we can't find a P8. I bet that bitch is probably in boxes already shipped somewhere. I don't know where, but that's pretty good. You can't find a P8. It's like they already done took it apart, put it in boxes, and got rid of it.
There you go, Sadie Dave.
Yeah, it's like she's starving to death.
I know. I knew she heard me in the back eating the other ones though.
Well, what are you gonna? Was you gonna travel up north, Travis? You said you were gonna leave today or tomorrow, or
No,
what?
I'm going to leave.
Sticking
I'm
around.
either going to leave sometime tomorrow or the next day. We got to move some stuff out here and patch the hot tub, and then I'm gonna take off out of here, and I'm going to West Virginia for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long I'll be there, and then it looks like I may be going to Pennsylvania. I don't know yet. We'll soon find out here in the next week or so, I think.
Man, I tell you what, there's stuff it's taken these people forever to do anything. Even people they've done some stuff that should land them in uh
Well, I'll give you a
land them
perfect
in
example.
prison.
Well, I'll give you a perfect example. Somebody keeps saying that Stacey Abrams been arrested. Da da da. They have a mugshot of her and everything else. Can you find it anywhere? No.
Nope.
Can't find it
I
nowhere.
I
So I
don't
mean, I
believe
just
that.
don't get it. I didn't believe it
I,
either, but I said that's what I'm saying. Confirm that shit because I don't. It just. I mean, if that's the case, then you can take out the whole crew in Georgia, Raffensperger,
yeah,
Kemp, all of them. All you got to do is follow the money trail of Kemp. 26 million.
and like Clinton's been. I guess if you go raw news, she's been already. You know what I mean? Uh, she already
She's
whatever
got
went
more
through.
lives. She got more lives than 3 cats.
No doubt.
She went through that tingling sensation. She had that tingle up her leg, whatever. I don't know. Remember that
I don't
guy?
know. Supposedly, I don't know how true it is. That Hillary died of a brain disease at a Hodgkin's, Crutchfield, uh, whatever the shit was, from taking all that A word. Can't use that word neither. A word. Put it this way: the last part of it's got the she put on car bumpers, or
Corn,
or bikes.
Corn Pop was arrested.
Corn Pop was a white hat, Benjamin.
Corn Pop. What?
Oh, come on,
He was
man!
riding.
They even went after the purple Teletubby trying to impersonate Brittany Garner or whatever the fuck Gaynor, whatever the hell her name is.
So what are y'all talking about earlier? That Potato was riding around on a child's bicycle, and the Secret Service had to take it away from him before he hurt himself.
No, a Marine picked it up or something, supposedly. I said that was probably a fake Marine too. So,
Yeah, stop playing with that little girl's bicycle. Give me that damn thing back.
yeah. Well, you know what group of workers are the most scared right about this time of the year, don't you? The elves.
Yeah. Oh, the elves.
Stand
Oh,
by.
yeah.
Joe Biden's coming to inspect the workshop. Oh shit! I'm not being sniffed by him. Get away!
I could see a Marine get pissed off if he stole that little girl's bicycle. Go up to him. What's wrong with you, man? Give this little girl a bike back.
Come on, man.
Have you heard the story of the Secret Service? They used to have a Christmas party at the vice president's house, residence, whatever, and he had Secret Service agents there all the time, off duty and all. They used to guard the president and stuff. Well, one of the Secret Service agents got a wife that is, shall we say, well endowed. Well, your boy, Mr. Biden, comes up behind her and just takes leisurely of how do we put that one correctly? Fondling the globes of love, I guess you want to put it. And the Secret Service agent almost whooped his fucking ass. They had to have forces hold him back. And the vice president wanted fired. And the Secret Service goes, no problem, sir. We'll put the fucking report that we have on our desk right out to the news media. Have a nice day. Bye. Click. He called back and said, oh, never mind, never mind.
Yeah.
Started kissing their ass. And
Yeah.
the one I don't get is Rudy Giuliani has a memory stick that has 10 minutes of footage that every house in this country should probably not see. But if you saw it, you'd be having a pitchfork anywhere the man went. I'm sorry. Wherever he goes, he should show up in droves with paintball guns. Pip, 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 pip. Whatever. Can't get them all. Get all of them. Can't get all of them.
He's got the whole laptop in from the hard drive, a copy of that entire hard drive, doesn't he?
Oh yeah,
I think so.
yeah. But there's the one section that I'm sorry. You got Hunter, you got Joey, you have an underage female that's way less than 10, and ooh, it ain't good. All you got to do is drop that on everybody's mailbox, whether they look at it or not. A lot of people will. They'll have his ass. They'll be never heard from again. That would be enough, I think, to sway most of America, but maybe not. Whatever. We don't give a rat's ass. I'm sorry, but I'm sick of hearing we got to wake more people up. If you're not awake to the shit that's going on in this country, then just continue to sleep. Whatever. We don't need you.
Pretty much.
If it's 100 million
Yeah, didn't
people,
the Secret?
who cares? We don't
Yeah,
need
this.
you.
Yeah, the Secret Service had a what do you call it? Miscellaneous account set up for him, and they took money out to pay for one of those girls, right?
Mm-hmm.
That Hunter had underage. I heard. I don't know if that's true or not.
That's what they're claiming.
Where'd that come from? Was that reliable, or was that just a
Sasha
rumor?
and Malia are
I
rented.
don't know.
The funniest one is Sasha and Malia are rented. They're not even the Obamas. They're rented kids. I'm like, that's amazing.
Yeah. What was it? Blanchard? Anita Blanchard? What's her the real mother? They say, and I forgot. That was their doctor, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was Mike's urologist, I think.
Tina, let's see. Let me think here. You got 4.
I didn't say that. I ain't done a packet check. I don't want to do no
Get rid of a thumb on one hand and a thumb and a forefinger on the other hand, and then you got your answer.
Get Crocodile Dundee to go do that package check. I can't do it, man. Just can't do it.
I don't know, Knight Rider. That's the good question, considering there's only whatever. I mean, if a certain person was supposedly commander in chief, he could fly to the White House lawn on the brand new helicopters and say, "Hey." You call the news anchors like Lester and Nora and whoever that dude from ABC is and all the other ones. Hey, I'll be landing here at the White House lawn, and if they don't cover it, guess what? You got grounds to pull their license. It's so hard. It's so hard to do. Everything in this country is just so hard to do. Oh, we're so afraid of going to jail. We're so afraid of losing this. Well, put it this way. If you sit back and try to protect your house, guess what? You're going to lose your house. Dated from the United States Marine Corps. We do not play well defensively. You never win defensively. You must go on offense and whoop their ass. I'll take it from Chesky Puller. They told him, "Oh, sir, we're surrounded on all 4 sides." He's like, "Fucking hey, baby, that's good. That means we can shoot in any fucking direction and take their asses out, correct?" Oop-a-doo. Just like the charge poem is like, if I go forward, follow me. If I retreat, shoot me. If I fucking die, avenge me. It's the way you have to go. There's enough of this dot the I's, cross the T's, follow the rule of law. Other side's not playing by the rules. Too bad. You bend them, break them. You force your will on the losers. You force your will to get a W. How you get that W is fucking relevant at this point in time. Sorry, that's how the game's played. The worst thing that they don't want to see is hit the street. Because if we hit the street, they know the fuck the game is up and we're after their ass. Look what happened in Brazil. They forced the government's hand at they didn't have no choice. Put them in a box. They had no way out of it. United States, we've sat here for 2 years and let them crawl up our ass even further. Let's see how many more institutions we can corrupt and could take over.
I see the mainstream is out there 24/7 trying to get back the narrative. Let's see here.
Yeah.
CNN. Elon Musk targets Anthony Fauci. Elon Musk targeted COVID.
Well,
What?
see,
U.S.
that's where
COVID.
there's one mistake because everybody's riding on Elon Musk coattails saying, "Oh, he's so great." Ah ha ha. Wake the fuck up. Are you people that dumb? Not to be nasty, but is America that stupid? Are you that stupid that you believe half the shit that he's putting out is made to be used against these other people? No, no, no. He's throwing out bullshit so well and so hard, and everybody, oh my God, did you see Elon's? If all that shit was true, then why isn't nothing happening? Why hasn't anything happened? Nothing moved, whatever. I mean, if you're General Berger, all you need is about 3 dozen troops. It's so hard. It's so hard. You know when these people fly in, you either take them, kill them, do whatever the fuck you want to. It's so hard. You think the message will get across long fucking wide. You'll see the cockroaches trying to escape, fly, and go anywhere they want. So easy to catch all of them or most of them. But oh, baby, baby. That's all we're going to hear. That's all we're going to do. You won't see no tribunals in 2023. Bet your ass on it.
Yeah.
Well,
I got
no.
guys, I'm gonna have to get out of here. I gotta depending on how my day goes tomorrow. I've only got a 5-hour ride, but I got shit to do, and then if I'm gonna try to make it through there or make it up to Parkersburg tomorrow, I'm gonna have to get going pretty early.
On the road again. Traps is on the road again.
Yeah, I'll try to do a live tomorrow and show what progress we got done and what we need to work on this spring. So,
All right. Later there, train wreck. Labor Area 111.
all right, buddy. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Notice. Well, we got to start brushing up on our Chinese or our Russian. Which one do you think we need?
Fish heads and rice coming soon.
Probably the Chinese.
I'm gonna get Jeff B in here to translate for us. Say we're all right. We're good people. We like fishing.
You gotta be so we can get some turtle soup at least once a week. Well, we need turtle. Need turtle soup. Turtle soup at rice head. Turtle.
Oh God. All right, guys. All right, thanks for popping up. We'll see y'all somewhere tomorrow.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
I don't mind totally confusing everybody out there every now and then. So
yeah, and don't forget that Mike's going to have that lawyer on tomorrow. One of the lawyers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I say this again. I don't know what the hell's going to go on. I don't have no inside information. I'm pretty much just guessing now, and I hope some things happen really quick. So, other than that, not trying to make myself less important than what I already am, but I don't know. This is crazy. I've never seen any of this stuff happen before, and you know what I mean.
Yep.
I hope something happens, but There's one thing I just want to say real quick before you quit. Elon Musk said something about if they did delete the information already, that was a red flag for me. So, no, you can't really trust any of these people. You know, I mean, it's in God we trust. You know, you can't put your full trust in men or women, but we know this: God always wins. So, but anyways, that hopefully that leaves us on a good note tonight, and or this morning, wherever you're at. Thanks a lot for allowing me to come on, Travis, and hopefully we can get this community back together again. I just wanted to say this real quick. I spin up on Rumble, area 111 without the space, and none of my stuff is being taken down over there. I don't know. After so long a time, I think they do remove some from Rumble. Like they don't allow you to keep indefinite amounts of live stream recordings over there. But if you need if you don't have a good sleeping pill or something, just go there and play one of my live streams. That'll help you get to sleep. Okay. But other than that, that's where I'll be at. So I really don't have any way to notify people, you know, that I'm live on Rumble. So just if you want to hear a different aspect of what's going on, just go there and listen to a show. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm going to drop the link. I'm going to drop this link for Liberties too. Somebody was asking for it in chat, and I'll drop that link right quick. I'm interested.
And remember, you can speak freely over there. So I'm not holding back when I talk over there.
See, so, I haven't been getting your notifications on Rumble either.
It's I'm still working with it, but I'm liking Rumble. You know, I definitely like the fact that I don't have to watch every word I say. You know, like the B word or the P word or whatever.
Right.
But anyways, that's all I got. And tried to help, but I don't know. Seems like I'm more confused now. Every day that goes by, just something else comes out there that just doesn't make any sense, you know?
Yeah, I'm with you. Yep. Stay confused, people. Keep looking.
Yeah.
If we're not looking, we're not ever going to see it. There's too many distractions they're throwing at us all at once. So, all right, guys, I'm out of here. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
All right.
I don't know. We'll see what time we get everything done, because I'll go around and show the damage that we still have, and we're going to try to get I'm going to try to get a wish list together for this spring. And if somebody wants to go buy a board, they could go buy a board or some screws or whatever for Lisa, so we can get that whole end down there redone and done right. So anyway, we'll see you guys tomorrow sometime. All right.
Yeah, I'm at Rumble. I'm at Rumble at area 111 without the space, of course. YouTube, area 111 with the space, but of course my channel's still down for about 3 more days. So when I do come back up again on YouTube, I'm not going to put any content at all. I'm basically going to go up there for about 30 minutes, say hello to everybody, and tell everybody I'm going to Rumble. So I'll end the stream on YouTube. Okay. So that's the way we're going to play it. And thanks a lot, Travis, for allowing me to be on.
You bet. All right. Thank you, Rhino. Appreciate it. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, chat. Good night.